beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to personally thank every single one of you who have subscribed to my channel. I finally reached 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank everyone that supported me, that motivated me, and I will continue to support the ones that continue to support me. And I'm just very thankful and grateful for every single one of you guys. So it's gonna be a little different. This is my first time doing like a story time type of thing. So I don't know how well it's gonna go, but I'll try my best. This is a personal story of mine. I haven't told a lot of people about it, probably just close people of mine or family and friends that are close to me. I've told this before, but it's very strange. Dating someone at the time, we were dating long distance. He was also in the military and I was in the military, okay? So I remember on this day that I think I decided to get a tattoo. So I got a tattoo. I can't remember what tattoo. I think it was my second tattoo. So I went and got my second tattoo. Then I met with a friend and he took me to go get some like ointment for the tattoo and stuff like that. And then we came back and there was like a little barbecue going on. So, you know, I sat around and like mingled with other military personnel that were living there in the barracks and all that. So I was mingling and talking and stuff like that. And I noticed that one guy was sort of interested in me. Like, you can kind of tell when someone is interested in you, you know, they're like flirting with you and just being really nice, and you just feel that vibe. And I don't know if everyone can feel these type of like vibes and energy, but I can tell when someone is attracted to me, don't like me, jealousy. Like, I could feel these like emotions from another person towards myself. So I could tell that he liked me, and me and him were talking and stuff like that. And he knew I had a boyfriend, and I think he was married. So I remember that I told him, sorry, I'm like trying to remember. I remember that I told him that I was going to go into my room and like put my stuff away, and then I was going to come back. And he was like, I'll come with you. And I don't know, it's easier for me to say no now, but then it wasn't easy for me to say no. He walks in. Okay, so if you're single and you're not married, you have to live in the barrack. It's like a big hotel type of thing, but you share like not a room, but you share like the common area. So like the toilet, the refrigerator, the stove, and all of that. But you guys have separate rooms. So you got separate doors to each other's rooms, and then you got a main door. So he walks into the main door, we walk into the main door, and he walks into my door and shuts it. And I kind of get panicky, you know, like I'm like, oh my gosh, like all these things, you know, when something is about to happen, all of these things start playing in your head, you know, horrible things too, you know, like horrible things start popping up in your head depending on the situation. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I had a boyfriend. So he had called me. So he enters, I enter. I'm like standing by my nightstand, by my lamp, and my boyfriend calls. I pick up the phone, but when I pick up the phone, the guy walks past me right? Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, so I know you guys are not gonna believe me, but so as I pick up the phone to answer and say hello and all of that, he walks past, and I don't know how I saw his aura. I felt his energy. As I'm talking to my boyfriend, I'm not really paying attention. I'm not paying attention to what he's saying. I'm like in another like zone. And it happened quick, but I can still remember. Like, I was in another zone, and I was like, I'm talking to him, like listening to what he's saying and all of that. But at the same time, I'm watching my surroundings. Like, I'm, because met this guy at that barbecue, talking to my boyfriend, and then he walks past me, and as he walks past me, I see his aura and I feel his energy, and at the same time I see what's about to happen before it happens. So I see his aura. His aura was like an orangey reddish color, so like fiery color. And then his energy was intense, like flustered, like intense and flustered. And then all of a sudden I envision him like throwing me onto the bed and like trying to like have sex with me or like kiss me or something like that. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I've never experienced that before, but I experienced this in this type of situation, which I don't know if it was like a God sent like warning, or like I just tapped into something that was already inside me. I tuned into something when I was in like a dangerous situation. But talking to my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, hey, I gotta go, because I'm freaked out. So I'm like, hey, I gotta go, blah, 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 blah. And then, so the guy, the whole time I'm on the phone is like towards the corner, like he has a great distance from me. So he's towards the corner of my room. And then I'm like towards the door. Like I wasn't playing. Like, I was towards the door, and then I'm like, and I confronted him. I know it's weird, but I confronted him, and I was like, hey, I know this is gonna sound weird, but I kind of saw your aura, and it was like a red, orangey, fiery, like fluster, like if you were like sexually frustrated or something. And I'm like, hey, were you gonna like throw me on the bed or like push me or do something of those sorts, or like try to like do something with me? Humbly and almost like in a guilty type of way, he was like, yeah. Like, he kind of put his head down, like almost like if he was ashamed. Like, he's like, he kind of put his head down, and he was like, yeah, I was going to do that, and he started like confessing to me, like, yeah, I am sexually frustrated, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I wasn't like, when things happen to you spiritually or like out of the normal, where if you told someone, they wouldn't believe you, and then all of a sudden, like, you get confirmation, like, oh my God, like, who would admit to that? Like, who would admit that they were gonna like force someone to have sex, or like they're sexually frustrated or something? Like, no one's gonna admit that. So I mean, like, my feelings and what I saw and what I literally saw the aura behind him. Like, the aura was like following him as he walked past me, because I was watching him as I was on the phone, because I wasn't playing that mess. Even though I let him in, I know some of y'all be like, why'd you let him in and all this stuff. Hey, I thought that, I was going to be okay, which I was okay. I was okay in the end. But, yeah, I literally saw his aura follow him. as he, and the immediate feeling was he's frustrated or tense, intense, frustrated. And then I saw him, like, I don't know what happened. It's like I saw him throwing me on the bed, or like pushing me against the bed, and like trying to like do something, like kiss me or something, like try to kiss me. So yeah, that was really intense. And I'm like, you probably, and I told him, I'm like, you probably won't believe me. And he's like, no, I believe you. Like, he was like, no, I believe you, because for somebody close to him, he wasn't really surprised by what I had told him. Because for one, it was true that he was gonna do that. And then second, he kind of believes in that stuff as well. So I was like, that's great. That's insane. And I'm like, and ever since that experience, I've never seen anyone's like aura before, but I feel like I can feel people's energy, you know, like I feel like I'm very intuitive. Like, I feel like I'll always remember that story because it's so crazy. But I want to thank everyone again for helping me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. I'm only going to grow even more. So just stick with me. And guys, like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here, okay? And I have content for everybody, so no one is left out. Till next time, guys. Bye.
Take it